Welcome everyone to another episode of Chevalier, where we are here to help men and women find happy, healthy, and long-term relationships. And like always, it don't matter whether you're black, white, Asian, Hispanic, Puerto Rican, South American, or even the peoples in Antarctica. On this beautiful day at Piedmont Park, listening to some music, jamming, and most importantly, getting myself out the house, as I tell you guys to do so often, because as our motto is here at Chevalier, you cannot find love sitting at home. And today's verse, or today's, page in the epic of Let's Get Married is why fathers are needed in the household and what we can do to make that happen. What we can do as people, number one, is date with a purpose, because when you're dating just for fun, and then when you end up in bad relationships that never go anywhere, you can't really blame the fact that, there are no good men out here. Because good men want to be fathers. Good men want to be married. Good men want to be with good women. The one thing good men don't want to do is just date you just to have a good time. If you're so broke that you can't have a good time on your own dollar, then you probably should find another hobby or something else to do, because these are the same women who say on their profile, oh, I'm just trying to see where it goes. I just want to get to know you. I don't really know what I want right now. It's everything except for I want a date and I want a relationship. And that's the number one thing I tell so many, guys. If you date a woman and she doesn't say she's dating for the purpose of a relationship, leave her alone. Let her go. Spend your time more valuably with a woman who's dating for the purpose of a relationship. Because sadly and unfortunately, guys, there are so many women out here who are like parasites. And they intentionally go after and they seek out men who are hardworking, who are blue collar and white collar guys. And then they come in with this whole spiel about trying to appeal to your emotions, dragging you in to making you feel appreciated, and then at some point wanting to ask you for your resources so they can have what they need, and then going about their business like it don't matter. The reason why this ties into today's topic, because when you date for the purpose of a relationship with a man that wants to be married, then he can be the type of husband that can and will protect his household. And what I mean by protect his household, I mean the type of guy that's going to make sure that his home is safe. He's going to make sure his wife is safe. Make sure his kids are taken care of. He's going to be the type of guy that's going to always be there when his kids need him. If he has to get off work, if he has to, make time some other time for the boys, because his wife needs him and she's emotionally distraught and she's going through a lot. He's consistent, but he's also a understanding, empathetic, and sympathetic man. And that's something that you unfortunately don't see often these days, are women who choose men who are empathetic and sympathetic. Choosing men because they want to be with you, because they want to love you and build a relationship with you. Because too often, it's one of those things where I'll talk to you today and I'll hear from you whenever the sky turns red, and you might feel like picking the phone up to talk to me. I often discuss this because the type of men who are the fathers and husbands that most women want, and I say this a lot, he doesn't look the way you think he should look. Because men are not built to look good. Men are built and created to, I know this may sound strange, but men are built and created to work, to earn money. You look at some of the richest men in the world, none of them are good looking. Look at some of the wealthiest men on the planet, and they're nowhere close to being attractive. But they work hard and they have more than what you got. Because at the end of the day, a man's focus in life is not to look good. It's to work hard, find a woman that wants to love him, take care of that woman as she should take care of him, and then build that relationship. Getting married is a very intricate part to being happy in life. And so often I meet a lot of single people who talk about they're not being happy. And they're not fulfilled and haven't found what they're looking for. for, and I often equate that to the fact that there is no happiness in life by yourself. There is no happiness in life being single. And I know as much as you think it is, because you can go out here and have promiscuous, what's the word I can use? Promiscuous good times without anyone saying anything to you, think that that's a good thing. And the sad thing is it's not. Because once you get to the point where you can't date one of these successful men who make the type of money that you want a man to make, then it's pretty much over for you. And that's why you have so many women online who say, well, there ain't no good men, and what are good men at? Good men are holding out for good women who they are actively searching for, then vetting, then dating, and then marrying. If you're twerking in your videos, if you're showing off your body, if you're talking about sex, or if that's all you have to you, you have no education, you have no career goals, and a seeable career goals, and you're not doing anything of significant value, then it's not really important to the bigger goal of a relationship. And the value of a relationship is to, I don't know, you might want to not have to work as hard. Because I hear that a lot too. I hear a lot of women say, oh, I have to work hard, I'm going to work. And like I said in a previous video, the average woman in this country makes $33,000 a year. No, I'm sorry, that's the average income for everybody. I think the average income is like it's under $40,000. But my point is, you ain't getting rich working all these hours and staying single and having promiscuous relations with guys that when the day you are no longer on this planet, they ain't gonna miss you. You're just a nobody. But for some reason, a lot of women feel empowered to be able to just go out here and just have free sex and work their minimum wage, paycheck to paycheck job. Like, that's empowering or something. Because they can't choose the type of men who are worthy enough to be husbands. Because they can't choose the type of men who are worthy enough to be fathers. Because they can't choose the type of men who you can happily spend your life with. It's almost unfortunate because excuse me, it's kind of hot out here. It's like 90 degrees out here, and it's like 8 o'clock at night. But most importantly, they're having a hard time finding a man because they don't fit what these type of guys want. It's almost like I said in a few videos ago, that it's this ideology sometimes that a lot of women think that men don't have values for nothing. Men just will accept anything. She's born a woman, so I'm just going to take her. And not understanding that men who have worked hard their whole life have a standard. Men who have worked hard their whole life have a consideration. And just like women don't just accept anything and they're not willing to settle, and men are the same way. So at the end of the day, the whole idea is that you want to date with a purpose. You want to date a man with character. You want to date a man with values. And that's why I speak so highly about the acronym of this channel. DIME, a man with discipline, a man with integrity, a man with morals, and a man with ethics. Because the one thing that a man provides, that a woman needs, which is why I have said for these last 2 to 3 episodes why women need to be married, is for security. Yeah, I made you wait 9 minutes for that, right? But a man provides security for a woman who wants to be married. So guys, when you're choosing the woman for you, choose someone that's going to love you, that's going to value, that's going to appreciate you, but more importantly, that's going to understand you. If a woman isn't calling you at least once a day to check and see how you're doing, she's not worth your time. If a woman isn't, calling to see how she can make your day better, especially if you're the type of guy who's calling her every day and checking for her, she ain't worth it. Men, you deserve better. Ladies, you should choose better. Because the most important thing about this Chevalier thing is not about, who's doing what, who's right and who's wrong. It's about helping people understand what they need so they can have better opportunities. Like always, you guys got to get out, explore, see the world. It's a big world out here. It's Until next time, peace.